Why are Nigerian politicians obsessed with elections that are 2 years away? Well, my guest tonight is a prominent political figure in Nigeria whose name has become sort of synonymous with political opposition. Engineer Buba Galadima was like 15 or even 20 years back, backing General Muhammadu Buhari retired. His voice still rings in our heads, talking relentlessly about the man then tagged as mai gaskiya, that is the trustworthy. But to the utter surprise of many, shock or even bewilderment, Galadima and Buhari stopped seeing eye to eye politically. Or to put it this way, Alhaji Galadima turned from a staunch ally to a fiercely relentless critic of the former president. Well, maybe he enjoys being in the opposition, but why? Right now, Buba Galadima is in the New Nigeria People's Party, the NNPP, and he belongs to the Kwankwaso movement, a movement whose credibility and legitimacy in the NNPP is questionable. Alhaji Buba believes that his presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Senator Rabi'u Musa Kwankwaso, the former governor of Kano State, is the answer to Nigeria's problems. But the Kwankwaso he has been indefatigably campaigning for is seen by many as a regional candidate, with quote-unquote only Kano as his stronghold. This is the Pap Show, and I am Umar Isa Dandago. I'll be back in a while. Welcome back. You can watch this show on YouTube at Pap Show NG, and don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and indeed share with everyone you can. Engineer Buba Galadima joins me right now in the studio to discuss these intriguing issues, including but not limited to the wave of defection flooding the Nigerian political ecosystem, and indeed his take on the coalition that has sprung up. Well, Buba Galadima, thank you so very much indeed for coming on the Pap Show.
Thank you, Umar, for having me on this show.
Well, I have to say, I have to admit that I have been hearing your voice, your interviews, your analysis ever since I was young, growing up in Kano. You talking about Muhammadu Buhari and the state of Nigerian politics and so on and so forth. And right now, it feels an honor. Like, I feel honored having you on this table to talk Nigerian politics, not from those perspectives, like the perspective of those days, but from the contemporary point of view, and that we want the younger generation to sort of have one or two things as takeaways. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel being always on the opposition side? Do you relish, do you enjoy being like an opposition figure?
Well, Mala Omar, let me tell you that I don't enjoy it, but because of my hard stance on issues in our country, which is completely at variance or opposite to those that are in power, I have to endure all the inconveniences of opposition.
Okay.
Mind you,
okay,
I had been interrogated, detained, arrested, imprisoned nearly 38 times.
38 times. Okay, 38 different times.
Yes, including treason trial.
When, please?
2004.
Okay. I thought it was during the military.
No.
Okay.
Because I was the chairman of a protest we organized, and we termed it stolen mandate.
Okay.
I was the chairman and the main organizer, and the government of then General Obasanjo.
General Obasanjo in 2004?
Yes.
No. President Olusegun Obasanjo, because he was democratically elected in 1999.
You would want to correct me, but
okay,
all soldiers want to be called by their what they think they have earned in the military.
Muammar Gaddafi transformed himself as Muammar Gaddafi.
Despite
not a
that, he
military
was
guy.
called Colonel Gaddafi.
Okay. But
And Buhari preferred to be called General Buhari instead of President Buhari. I can assure you that
post 2015, Buhari became Muhammad Buhari, not General Muhammad Buhari.
Well, you can be right, but because of my association with them, I know their innermost feeling. They would rather be addressed as General President rather than President without the General, because they want that rank they earned through hard work to always reflect in their CV.
Okay.
So
that hard-earned rank. But it doesn't work in democracy. So Obasanjo in 2004 was President Obasanjo.
It doesn't matter.
That's democracy.
He was even called the Chief Obasanjo.
Chief Obasanjo, possibly a traditional title. Some would say.
Thank you. So that's equivalent of a general in some sense.
Okay. So you were detained, you were arrested, you were detained for 30 times in 2004?
38 times.
In 2004 alone?
No, in this Fourth Republic.
From 99 to date?
99 to date.
Okay.
And I was tried where an assembly of 12 generals tried me for treason, where I was chained and put underground, Park Lane number 1 in Apapa, Lagos, the intercenter that used to be managed by Colonel Frank Omenka. I don't know if you've ever heard about him.
Okay, at that time.
Yes. And as God will have it, I was not sentenced to death.
Okay.
I regained my freedom. But I will thank the EU under the leadership of Germany, which relentlessly campaigned for my release because they thought I was a political prisoner.
Okay.
We organized a protest in which all the personnel that we invited were in town.
Okay.
General Buhari, Odumego Ojukwu, Alhaji Balarabe Musa, Chief Olufalaye, Tunji Braithwaite, and a host of Shoni Bare, a host of opposition leaders at that time, 2004, were all in town to attend that protest. So it was that night that I was picked by the SSS.
Okay.
And they tried to negotiate the protest with my release.
Okay.
And those who came said, no, they can go and retain me. And the protest went on.
Okay.
It shocked the government. It shook the country. It shook the polity to its bone marrow that time.
Wow, I like this description.
So the Obasanjo went ahead. I was interrogated by the DSS for 3 days without sleep because they wanted to break me. Unfortunately, the DSS also didn't know which type of steel Buba Galadima was made of.
Okay.
You will be surprised to say for 3 days I didn't sleep.
Were you sleep deprived? Because it's part of the interrogation to deprive a suspect or a victim, whatever they call
it is their method of breaking people to get what they want.
Okay.
So they set up 3 teams. Each of them was given a mandate to interrogate me for 8 hours. As these ones are finishing their 8 hours, another team will be coming in. These ones will go and rest for another 16 hours as these ones interrogate me. And as these ones are finishing their 8 hours, another set will come, but I'm the only person that will be responding to questions. After 3 days, the only thing they can find in me was that because they thought that we were trying to overthrow government. And I maintained my stand that protest is an exclusive part of democracy, just as opposition is. That is why when the police or the army become overzealous, even on matters that concern their welfare, because they behave like zombies, is what they tell them that they do. They will go and arrest you, even beat you, even dehumanize you. even on issues that if it succeeds will benefit them.
They would say in their defense they are following orders.
But General Danjuma said you don't have to follow an illegal order.
Obey before complain. That's
No.
This is
entrenched. When General Danjuma was chief of staff, people were arrested for coup. And they said they obeyed the last order by their commanders. And Danjuma said no. Illegal order should not be obeyed, even by the military, let alone the police.
Okay, that's fantastic. I mean, were you tortured? Because you said you did not sleep for 3 days.
That is.
And you said you used the word interrogation.
That is that is the worst form of torture. To deny you sleep, or isolate you.
Yeah, sleep deprivation.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the worst. It's more than physical beating.
But were you tortured? That's the question.
I don't want to go into that.
Because you would expose secrets?
Well, when issues become declassified, I can speak.
Okay, still it's classified.
Definitely.
Okay.
My interrogation and my trial are still classified.
Did you go through enhanced interrogation techniques?
There was nothing I didn't go through. All the interrogators were at their best, and they were the best that the DSS could master. But I outwitted them. They know. In fact, now, if you go into my files with the DSS, at least I can have about 5-10 sets of files.
So you said you went through different types of...
Eventually, the DSS themselves said they should not arrest me again. And their reason is simple. Because whenever they arrest me, I convert the interrogators to my own view.
Wow.
So I'm causing confusion in their ranks.
You are controversial.
No, I'm not. I'm straightforward.
Okay. So would you accept the categorization of you being notorious?
No.
You're not.
I'm just true to myself.
That's interesting. This is really so okay. The question still remains: why have you enjoyed being on the opposition?
Nobody enjoys being in opposition. I live in a 2-bedroom house. Me. And I have a family, or in that house, nearly 40 of us sleep.
40
people sleep.
So we're not going into.
So you think that
things.
Is no, I'm coming. You think that is enjoyment?
So you think
my daughter was just recently interviewed.
I watched that interview.
And
she talked about.
She told the world that the association with me, with my name, shuts every door for all my children.
Some of them would have to alter their names from Buba to
Abubakar. To hide my name, to conceal my identity.
So for them to get a favor.
Even that one, when they find out that they are my children, nobody will give them employment.
Have you done justice to your family for being this? Are you proud of what you have been doing? Despite it has cost you some stuff.
It doesn't matter. I have a goal. And that goal is justice. I can't hide under my own convenience to put 200 million Nigerians into jeopardy. I would rather fight on their side.
Is it worth it?
Can I tell you? Well, am I not living?
But is it
you
worth
just
it?
mentioned General Buhari. I worked with him for 15 years, the best part of my life. And he came to power. I abandoned him.
You abandoned him?
Of course.
Or...
I abandoned him. He's alive.
Okay.
You go and ask him.
Maybe you can help bring him here.
If you tell me, I mean, if I tell you do this, or what you are doing is wrong, and you refuse to adjust, and I left, who abandons who?
So, in the case of your falling out with Buhari, you told him do this, do that.
Let me give you.
He was the most powerful person in Nigeria.
It doesn't matter.
And you expected him to take orders from you?
Let me tell you, you Nigerians are gullible, including the press.
Meaning?
Meaning?
You
are cowards.
Okay.
Have you seen one journalist yesterday? What he did to Trump?
Tell me about it.
Trump called the press conference. and trying to carry the American press behind him on his immigration policies. And he said that even naturalize the Americans, if they don't behave well, he will deport them. And a journalist stood up. He said, well, sir, you want us to support your immigration policy? He said, yes. Now, you are an immigrant and you are misbehaving in America. Can we also deport you?
Wow, that's
to his face.
That's fantastic.
And he called the man idiot, and he called him idiot.
Wow, wow. That's
Can
out of
Nigerian
order.
journalists do that to President Tinubu?
Some would say, in defense of Nigerian journalists, culture is different.
What is culture?
I mean, like the Nigerian
so
culture is
culture. What Ramos
looking at
he himself. Do you know that
as a journalist, looking at a leader and say you are idiot, that's out of Nigerian culture.
No, and if the president or the older person slaps you, you just leave him. So he was the one that called him.
If you were in the position, what would you have done?
You've already had my views from what I've said.
That is
because I supported the man. That's why I'm using it as an example to encourage you to be forthright.
What is the problem of journalists in Nigeria, especially those political journalists covering politics in the country?
Look, Umar, you have no problem.
Okay.
Because once some journalists lost their lives in the course of doing their legitimate duty. And those who got them killed, let me see whether they will also die one day.
Okay. Wow.
They are not going to die, huh?
What's your point?
Oh, you don't get my point.
No, what is your point?
If I because I'm strong or have instrument of power and I molested you, and that's against the law, you think law of karma cannot catch up with you here or there?
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so now you have issues with the whole country. How the country is run.
I have no issue with Nigeria.
I'm not talking about Nigeria as a geography. You have issues with the political system of the country. You've had it for an extended period of time.
I still have, because my biggest annoyance is that at my age, I may not live to see the kind of Nigeria I would have wanted.
Wow.
And it looks like nobody is working towards that good Nigeria.
Including the candidate that you are currently supporting.
I'm supporting him because he's out of the lot. He's the best.
What makes him the best?
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Because he's the only politician of all of them that cares for young men like you. And looks into preparing you for the future. And is on record. It's not a hearsay that Kwankwaso made the children and the sons of Mr. Nobody somebody.
You're talking about the scholarship programs that he ran between 2011 and 2015 when he sponsored.
He took 3.7 million Kano children out of school when he was governor the second term. And he took all beggars off the street. Is that not shameful to you?
Some would say not all. The word all is an exaggeration.
Because he did.
And some of his critics were critical of his style.
If he removes 51% of destitutes and beggars from the street, it means he has done all. Let me tell you one story. If there is anybody in position of authority in Nigeria and he steals 50% of the budget, convert it to himself, do you know what I will do?
What would you do?
I will create a room like a zoo, put that person in, and go and do advert in all your media and say, come and see the most honest man in Nigeria.
What makes him honest while he has stolen 50%?
But people still all the 100.
Oh my God. So stealing 50% is not
He's
news.
a great guy.
So it's the news because it's
if
something
the
new.
Nigerian resources, if 50% is invested in the people, Nigeria could have been better than Dubai.
Oh, really? Dubai? The Dubai that all of you
What's
guys
the
are
Dubai?
clamoring to go and see.
There is nothing wrong. There is nothing in Dubai that we cannot do.
Some would say there is no leadership in Nigeria like that of Dubai.
That is why the man who invests 50% of the resources of the people into the people, he will create employment. He will make children go to school. He will provide health services. He will provide infrastructure, and he will do skill acquisition for young men and women to enhance their talent. And it is the talent of the people that will make the country great.
One of the problems, one of the criticisms of Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, especially when he was governor, was that he appeared to be dictatorial.
Excellent.
There was
Excellent.
I mean, are you fine with him being a dictator?
Excellent.
Okay, are you fine with Kwankwaso being more or like?
When I say excellent, it means I have.
This is democracy. You have claimed to have been working for the entrenchment of democracy in Nigeria.
Yes.
But yet you are supporting somebody who behaves like a dictator.
Yes.
And you said excellent.
Yes.
This is...
Why don't you ask me why?
I'm going to land. Why?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All big men in Nigeria don't like Kwankwaso.
Why again?
Because they cannot bend him. If he takes a position on any policy, he will take it to logical conclusion, irrespective of who is affected. That is the dictatorship they are running away from.
Okay. He doesn't take orders
from nobody. And that is what the dog handlers in our country hate. Okay. They want to sit down in their comfort zone, and then they say, oh, make my child this, make my nephew this, make the brother of my wife this, and you just do it. Kwankwaso will stand by what is right, and he will follow due process
or what he
to
thinks
logical
right.
conclusion.
Some people would say what Kwankwaso thinks is right.
Yes, because he was voted to do a certain job.
Okay.
After telling the people, this is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So if he says this is what I'm going to do, and he's voted into office by the people, it means it is a covenant between him and the people.
There are so many things here to unpack. Okay, Kwankwaso. I'm sure you are familiar with this term, populism, the politics of populism, which, even though in Nigeria it's not like a common terminology used to describe the politics and some of the politicians some of whom you have been working for, campaigning for, like Buhari, like Kwankwaso now. Kwankwaso can be described as a populist politician who champions who capitalizes on the emotions of the people, the common man. Some people would say he may pretend to be pro-masses, anti the establishment, anti-elites, while he is part of the elites. So that's the problem with populist politicians.
No revolution ever took place in the world without a member of the elite defecting from that comfort zone to lead the masses.
He doesn't belong to the masses, Kwankwaso. He's an elite. He belongs to the elite.
Oh my God, I've agreed with you.
Yeah,
but I'm giving you my own version of what you are saying.
Oh, what is it?
What I am saying is that no revolution in any country, no common man ever carries out a revolution. It must be a member of the elite who is dissatisfied with how the elites behave, that now joins the masses and make them rise against the privileged few. So if you don't know, this is philosophy.
Okay. And now we want you to explain it to our viewers to the barest minimum way of their understanding. That Kwankwaso has sprung up of the elites circle, and now he is with the common man.
No.
And he wants to lead the revolution.
No.
Okay.
You are getting me wrong.
Okay, explain it, please.
Really, Kwankwaso was not a member of the elite.
Was not?
No.
Is not?
He was a common engineer, principal engineer with the RECA, when he decided to join politics.
Okay.
He grew in the club. Not that he was a born member of the class of the elites.
Very few.
And even up to now, the elite not yet admit him because they see him as a rebel who is trying to stop their privileges over the common people. By enlightening the people, by educating them, by giving them what ordinarily they shouldn't get.
Okay.
So that is why all of them hate him. And you people for whom he is fighting cannot see what he's doing.
You're saying that the masses that you claim
No,
he claims
no,
to fight for,
you agents of the elite, not the masses.
No,
the
no,
masses
no.
see
Okay, no, there's something
that
here.
is why he's
You are
populist.
calling us the journalists as agents of the elites.
No, I'm not.
That's what
I'm
he
not
said.
saying
You.
journalists.
He
People
said
like
you.
you.
I mean, I'm not part of the elites. You are just okay.
You
I'm
see
a
you
representative.
see-
I'm a
see-
representative
you
of
see-
the
no,
masses,
just
and I'm
look at
putting the
this
right questions to you.
Look at this environment we stay.
Okay.
Eh?
What's your point?
How many common man can have access to this?
Journalism is supposed to work for the people, and that's what we're doing. Ordinary people on the street cannot see you, Buba Galadima. You live in Abuja, and so they want us to ask you the questions that they have in their minds, itching their minds. And now we're asking you.
The truth of the matter.
You're deflecting.
The truth of the matter is that no politician today in Nigeria that aligns with the aspirations of the common people and of young men like Kwankwaso. Do you know that today in Kano, you have commissioners that are under 30 years of age? They are going through the crucible of building leadership. And you have commissioners whose parents were never even head men in a labor camp.
But one of the commissioners is his son.
Yes, of course.
And that's not nepotism?
No. You mean his son? His son doesn't need to be trained for leadership?
Some people would say
in all countries of the world, let me tell you, you don't know.
Could be. There are people who could be better than his son.
Listen to me now. In this Nigeria, I will give you an example. When military institution was established, all the emirs were asked to bring their children.
Okay.
And it was Sardauna's
idea
that these our children in the military would be the ones that one day will save us or will save the institution.
And was he right?
And
yeah.
Subsequently, what had happened in this country, you don't know that he was right?
Wow. You are here to give us the answer.
No.
Was he right?
There are certain things that are not for the camera.
Okay.
But he was proved right.
That's the point.
If he didn't do that, would some people have taken revenge when he was killed?
Okay. Oh. So that's one of the logic.
And in all the countries of the world, especially where there are kingdoms, the children of the rulers are put in the military.
Wow. Prince Harry comes to mind.
I say everywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
I've globalized it.
Yeah.
So if your duty is politics, you also have to train your children. Now I'm proud that I've already got a successor.
Oh, okay, Zainab. Yeah, sure, that's cool. But even though there's a divergence of opinion and stance,
it doesn't matter. At least she can stand on her own politically.
So I'm going to ask you more questions about your relationship with your daughter and whether or not you talk about politics at home or you prefer talking about family matters when you come back on this short break. You are watching The Pub Show with me, Umar Isa Dandago, and my guest today is Engineer Buba Galadima. I've been debating a lot, especially about the Kwankwaso presidential candidature and whether or not he deserves to be the next president of the country, among other interesting issues like his political activism. We'll be back after this short break.
Take a seat on the Political Advantage platform for real conversations about Nigeria by Nigerians. Follow our live stream across these channels and learn how it all affects you. Every Sunday, you have a chance to stay ahead by staying engaged and informed. Tune in to the Political Advantage platform to share in real conversations that matter to you.
Welcome back. This is the Pop Show with me, Umar Isa Dandago, on your favorite channel, the Pop Show NG. You can watch this interview, the previous ones, and the future ones on our YouTube channel at Pop Show NG. I am together with Engineer Buba Galadima, and we have been talking seriously about the state of the nation and Nigerian politics. Welcome back, Engineer Buba Galadima.
Thank you, Mala Umar.
It's been an interesting debate on the first segment, and I'm sure the debate can continue. Will continue, definitely, because you have interesting perspectives which need to be challenged, debated on, and so on and so forth. It depends on how you look at them. Okay, welcome back once again. Let's talk about the coalition. This is one of the biggest news stories we have been covering in Nigeria. First of all, the coalition. What would you have to say about it?
Welcome development.
Okay.
Enriching the polity. We wish them the best.
Them?
Yes.
Because you're not part of it.
No. Even some of those that are present are not yet part of it. Because they have told you that they want to eat their cake and have it.
Okay. Meaning?
Some of them still remain in their old party, and they are also participating in the activities of the coalition.
Okay.
So,
anything suspicious here?
How can you eat your cake and still have it? It means you are a rogue.
Okay.
If you eat your cake and you still have it, maybe you are doing some kadabra.
Okay. So now the coalition has problems. Is that what you're saying? That is why you have not joined it?
No.
So it's perfect.
It has problems.
Okay.
Because if what we read in the social media is anything to go by, then it is dead on arrival.
Dead on arrival.
Yes.
Dead man
if
walking.
What they are saying in the social media is correct, because for you to take over a party and dissolve its structures, there are processes you have to go through. And if they have not gone through those processes and just pronounced dissolution of the structures of the party by one man, and they appoint other ones, it means it is dead on arrival. But I wish them the best, that at least whether openly or under the table, all those processes must have been adhered to before they came out in public. And these processes are simple. I have been a party manager all through my life, from NPN to date, where I was a youth leader of the party. So, you cannot dissolve any structure of the party without going certain processes, which will now be superintended starting from the NEC meeting. You have to ask INEC to come and participate in your NEC meeting. You must have written to them, according to the rules now, 21 days, for them to make appearance. And then they appear and you take a decision to do A, B, C, D. Those decisions remain interim. It has to be approved by the National Convention. So in taking over the ADC, have they held a NEC meeting attended by INEC?
Have they?
No, I don't know.
You don't
That's
know.
what people are saying.
Okay.
In the social media.
So these are the questions
have they gone to convention to approve that?
Have they?
I don't know.
Okay. Another question. Another I don't know.
They said, and I saw the constitution of the ADC. Every 4 years, you conduct a free election. Those who took decision to hand over the party to other people or to dissolve the structures of the party, when were they elected?
Okay.
1, 2, 3 years ago.
Okay.
If there has not been any election for 4 years and 1 day, then everything they've done is null and void.
Okay. Null and void meaning there is no legitimacy.
No legitimacy.
And that they
And
cannot
I now hear,
run for election.
and I now hear that some people have already gone to court. And you know the kind of government that we run, because we are also at war in this respect with them, they will encourage people to go to court or even buy people to scatter the ADC.
Okay.
But that wouldn't be in anybody's interest, including myself.
Okay. But in whose interest could that happen? If
In the
it were to
interest of
happen?
those in power.
And is it possible for them to sponsor a faction in order to
it's happening to us now.
to undermine
They
the
are
party?
funding people who are not known to the party. In our own case,
Okay, those people who claim to be the founders of the party saying that Kwankwaso is not a legitimate
yes, or
member of the
Buba
party.
Galadima were expelled.
Okay,
But
so
which position do they hold?
you
That
think
gave
those
them that authority to expel us?
you think those you are saying those are stooges of the government,
The agents of the
sponsored
government.
okay agents
Yes, of the
sponsored by
government.
the government
Yes.
to what? Undermine
To
the party?
destroy us.
Okay, to destroy you because they are fearful of you.
Of course, there is no politician that doesn't fear Kwankwaso. That is why he's in the news. There is no politician that is looking for the presidency of Nigeria that does not fear Kwankwaso.
Some people would say this is surprising.
Well,
Somebody who has been described as a regional candidate only.
so why
with
does
only
does
Kanu.
everybody want him to come to his party?
Okay, is everyone looking for him?
Is there
Wooing
any
him?
party that said they don't want to Kwankwaso in their fold?
So you are justifying that rumor, saying he's moving to APC because they are ditching Kashim Shettima.
No,
You're just.
I'm not
confirming.
justifying. I'm not justifying because I don't know.
So is there anything like that?
Nobody has approached us with that.
There are rumors circulating.
Rumors. I told you I read many things in the social media, and I hope they are not true.
What if it's an outcome of that Paris meeting that Kwankwaso had with Tinubu
Which of the Paris meeting?
before he was inaugurated? There was a Paris meeting between Kwankwaso and Tinubu before he was inaugurated.
So
what if this is an outcome?
And now it's okay, fine. I understand you.
Okay.
If they took that decision in Paris, so what the APC government is doing to the government of NNPP in Kano, does that suggest that they are our friends?
Some people would say
No,
President
to you.
Tinubu is a strategist. He's a political strategist. And he had been planning for his presidency 30 years back.
Even
What
if it is 1,000 years ago.
What if this
I am
could
asking
be?
you a direct question.
We are using
What they are doing to us in Kano by using the police, by using this, by using EFCC, by using DSS, by using army against the government and the people of Kano in the emirship tussle. Does it suggest that they are our friends? And if they are our friends, then we don't need an enemy.
Okay. Oh. Okay. That's complex. Kwankwaso is a complex politician.
No, straightforward politician. He's the most straightforward. His yes is yes, his no is no. All of them know. All of them can say something now. The next moment outside this room, they change. But Kwankwaso, if he tells you this, you can take it to the bank
And keep
cash.
it. And cash it. Okay. Why is he not joining the coalition?
Why is the coalition not joining NNPP?
So that's the question. Why are they not joining? You answer.
Because they feel they fear Kwankwaso's charisma.
But he alone cannot. You got 1 million votes in 2023, but 1 million votes cannot make you president.
Please, it's not.
Okay, 1 million votes can make somebody president in Nigeria.
Even 0 votes.
That's not democracy, some would say.
No. When Tinubu contested election and became president, before the contest, how many votes did he have?
How many?
Zero.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So,
That's political calculation. But okay.
but let me tell you,
yeah.
Tinubu in his ACN,
Mhm.
at a time, he had only Lagos.
Mm.
And he used the Lagos
Mm.
to walk his way into the presidency of Nigeria.
Okay.
Buhari, before he became president,
Mhm.
how many states does he have?
How many?
One.
Okay.
So if Kwankwaso has one,
Mhm.
there is at least a precedence in Nigeria that somebody with one state can be the president of the country.
Okay. So you have this hope.
Look,
You look surprised when I said you have this hope.
let me tell you something. Let me ask you a question. And indeed, all those that are watching us,
Let's hope they will answer.
can any Nigerian politician on his own, alone, without anybody, pick a political party, 6 months to election, and win his own state?
What do you think?
And I'm asking.
Okay, so let's leave the question open.
Yes, yes.
And our viewers will drop comments.
And I challenge them. If there is anybody that thinks Mr. A can do that, let him resign from the political party he's in and form his own party and contest the election 6 months to the election.
Okay, so let's hope our viewers can drop
in
their
fact,
comments.
in addition to that, is there any politician in Nigeria that has got the following, the near, I don't want to use the wrong word.
Okay.
Is there any politician in Nigeria that has got a political base like Kwankwaso?
So another question for the viewers to answer.
Yes.
So drop your answers in the comment section. Let's move on to one of your best friends, favorite allies at that time, President Muhammadu Buhari, the former president. When was the last time you met him?
10 years back.
10 years back, 2015.
2015, yes.
That was the last time you met. Can you remember when and how and where and when you talked about?
Well,
yeah.
I will. We met twice.
Okay.
First, when he was declared the winner of the presidential election. On that day, all major stakeholders gathered at the APC auditorium, where Buhari was to deliver his acceptance speech. And I was the first person, as he enters, that was sitting. Next to me was my boss, Alhaji Sule Yahya Hamma, and then a host of others, then at our back. So when he entered, we all stood up, greeted him, he greeted us, and he sat down and read his acceptance speech. When he was going, he had to shake those of us at the front row. And he called me Buba.
Okay.
And called Sule Hamma Sule. And went ahead to shake other people. That was about 5:10 in the morning. So they said we are going for morning prayers. So Alhaji Sule Hamma asked me that we should go to where Buhari is going, to say our prayers with them there. I said no.
Okay.
We shouldn't go.
Okay.
He said, why? I said, sir, the man has finished with us.
What does that mean?
He said, what do you mean, Buba? He's a man I respect so much, a man of intellect.
Who?
Sule Hamma.
Okay.
He said, I said, sir, what does Buhari call you?
Okay.
He said, Dokaji. What did he call you today? He said, Sule. How does he call me? He said, engineer. What did he call me today? Buba. That shows you that he has finished with us.
That's a red flag?
Yes. He was shocked. He said, no. I said, look, please, we shouldn't go to be disgraced. So we went to his house, said our prayers, and we kept our distance. Thank God, he never looked for any of us. He never called any of us. But in the constitution of the APC, there is an item, 2 items, that the secretaries of the margin parties should be members of the National Caucus and should be members of the Board of Trustees of the party. And the wisdom is that the secretaries of the parties, margin parties, have institutional memory such that whatever we are discussing, they can say, oh, this, they have got the record. So we went to the villa for one of the caucus meetings. All the senior people, including myself, and I dressed deliberately, shabily.
Wow. No, you didn't dress up?
No. Just danchiki like this, would open this thing and trouser and put one cap like this, like one Fulani man.
You deliberately appeared in that?
Deliberately. I know, deliberately. So, when it came, Sule was not a member. When it came to our turn, they said they are on the high table. So everybody should come and shake the president. When it was my turn to shake him, he did like this.
He turned his head?
Yes.
He didn't look at you?
Yes. When I passed, then he... So I knew there was a problem. I was just looking for proof. And I had the proof. The second time, when we came, his agenda is that we will set up a committee to review the constitution. And President Bola Tinubu was made the chairman of that committee. Now, all he wanted is to remove that aspect of secretaries of the margin parties as members of the Board of Trustees and members of the National Caucus because he doesn't want to see me. And it was yes, and it was because of me that the Board of Trustees of the APC for the last 10 years have never met.
Because of you?
That is a breach of the Constitution. If INEC was supposed to be an independent organization with the teeth, they could have queried the registration of the APC for failing to live up to its constitution.
If to say this animosity or whatever word we can use to describe it is in Muhammadu Buhari's mind, and he did that deliberately, intentionally to sideline you, what would you think could have been the reason for that after all that you had done for him?
Well, there are several reasons. But the worst part of the reason was in 2011. That is when he knew. Several reasons. But that was when he knew that, he knew that he cannot just because he's a leader make us swallow anything. Because in the military, he's used to whether the leader is wrong or whatever he tells you, you must follow. If he tells you to go and fall into that fire and die, you salute him and say, yes, sir, and go and die. In politics, you have to put everything on the table to be discussed. And you agree to disagree or you disagree to agree.
So you're saying that quality was absent in Buhari?
Yeah, because he's a military man. So he does not think that anybody can argue with the leader. So
and you think he saw that you could not be as subservient?
No, I can't.
Submissive?
I can't. I have a view on everything under the sun. And it's original to me.
He knew, you think he knew he
that
couldn't
that day was the climax. You know, two people write his speech
Okay.
Sule Ahama or Adamu, the former Minister of Education. So he was doing a world press conference on Wednesday. That was, is it Wednesday or Thursday? That was our last outing at International Conference Center.
Which year?
2011, before the election. Thursday before the Saturday election.
Okay.
And he addressed a world press. He was to address a world press conference. We were wondering who wrote the speech. So when we came, he just took the speech and gave Sule Hamma to look at. And we found out later that that speech was written to him by Dr. Umar Ardo, who was not a member of the inner cycle of Buhari's political machine.
I hosted him a few weeks ago, right where you are.
So he, and in it, there was a paragraph which said that, which Buhari said that this will be his last contest. If Nigerians vote for him, fine. If they don't vote for him, he's saying bye-bye to politics. So when Sule Hamma saw that, he cycled it.
Meaning he shouldn't say that.
Yes. So he showed me. Then we confronted him that you can't say that. That alone, it means you are challenging God.
Okay.
Because of this alone, God can make you lose the election and still put this thing to want to contest again. So don't. He said no. We argued. We rose our voice. He seized his paper, went and read that one, and he was shedding tears. Everybody saw him shedding tears. And we said God now tested him by losing the election.
Wow. Number one, he lost the election and he contested again in 2015.
Again, 2015.
Both of the things that you said happened. Wow, that's cool. So
that was the beginning. But of course, from the day RFI used Tunde Bakari to come into the party, he started maneuvering to see how he can remove us and entrench himself. He couldn't come to Buhari directly because he called Buhari names, he abused Buhari, he denigrated Buhari during Obasanjo's time. There was nothing bad on earth he didn't say about Buhari. Eventually, he got rid of us during the merger. Okay.
We are running out of time, and then I have one last question to ask you. Okay, briefly. Do you have any plan or any intention to meet Buhari one of these days since he's no longer in office?
I don't hope to meet him in life.
So you don't like him?
I don't hope to meet him in life.
Do you hate Buhari?
I don't hope to meet him in life.
You said you don't want to meet him?
Yes.
Why?
Because why has a long tail. Why has a long tail.
No, okay, no, I am confused with everything that you people did and achieved. Now you feel like you don't want to see him. You don't like him.
Why should I see him? To do what?
As
What
an
can
old
he do
friend,
for me?
As an old friend.
No. I pray to God that we should never meet in any event.
So you hate Buhari?
I don't want to meet him.
You hate Buhari?
I don't want to meet him.
Because he didn't allow you to be part of the government.
I thought he was in government when I left.
Because he didn't give you any chance.
He was in government early enough, 2 years into the government when I left, and I fought him openly. It's on record.
He didn't appoint you a minister or something?
I have been offered a minister by Obasanjo 3 times. I was offered FCT minister by Yaradua. I was offered FCT minister by Jonathan. So that's not my issue. You don't know me. I do things out of conviction, not out of personal aggrandizement.
Finally, your final words to young people that are currently watching, especially those who have political interest.
They should be patient. They should be perseverant. They should be courageous. But all these things I said go with the price. They should drop lust for power and money, or else they cannot become famous as Buba Galadima.
You think some of them would follow your path?
Why not? My daughter had been in politics. She was the leader of the CPC in FCT. She was the leader of the APC in FCT. Yet she was not appointed and paid salary throughout, but she's still a member of the party, and she says her mind.
Are you proud of her?
Of course, why not?
You see you. Yeah.
I don't want to use the Hausa word.
Okay. No, you can say it.
No.
Are you proud of her?
Ai barewa ba za ta abin nan ba kuma ɗanta ya rarrafe.
Barewa ba za ta yi gudu ba ɗanta ya rarrafe. So definitely she is an epitome of you.
Well,
a carbon
but
copy
but I keep on telling her there are difficulties and there are prices to pay. You cannot be, because nobody in power wants a straightforward and truthful person. That's why I have not been appointed. That is why she may not be appointed.
But you wish her luck?
Of course I do. It's only God that makes and unmake.
Well, the last part of this interview has been so honest, so emotional, and thank you so very much indeed for opening up.
Thank you, Umar Isad Andogo. It's a pleasure having this interview with you, and I hope one other time we would still meet.
Thank you so much. I'm sure you enjoyed the debate. Thank you so much indeed. Yes, I'm really honored.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, tonight has been an intriguing and passionate conversation with our guest engineer Buba Galadima. Until next time, let's keep asking the hard and honest questions, and let's always demand better governance. Thank you so very much indeed for tuning in to the Pop Show. Continue to keep a date with us every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. exclusively on our YouTube channel at Pop Show NG for more insightful conversations. I'm your host, Omar Isa Dandago. Good evening.